statement, which is about the automation of the license management platform. Actually, we are using a process, like a manual process, to assign license to the employees. So this problem statement is mainly on Beyond Compare, which is a tool we use to compare different versions of a specific file. So we have a manual process. So we would like to automate the process we are using right now. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so let me share about the current process we have at Bank of Singapore, right, on the attribution of the licenses. So the requester, we have like two persona here. We have the requester and we have the approver. So the requester will send an email to our license manager. And when she received the email, she manually go on Excel spreadsheet and she manually assign licenses to the employee who requested the license. So she opened the Excel spreadsheet. She has 70 licenses available to her, and she manually assigned the license to the person. So that's the current process. So she has to go through this every time. So every time someone requests a license, she receives the email with specific informations like about the employee ID, computer name, and the HOD approval. So here, right? HOD approval is actually an email attached to the request. When she received this information, she has to manually fill up the Excel spreadsheet. And also sometimes she also has to go on SharePoint and also fill up the SharePoint list with the specific information. After this step, she prepare another email and send it to IT, right, in order to assign the license to the person who actually requested the license. And then send back the information to the requester. And then this is how we actually manually process the license. So we would like to automate this process. So we were thinking of like maybe use Power Apps, Power Automate, right, to automate the approval workflow and also to create an app to facilitate the whole process. So it's a simple file. Now we have like two Excel spreadsheets. We send an email manually, wait for IT, and then send back the email and so on. So the main purpose of this is to automate the whole process from request to the approval. So that's this use case. I just take a pause if you have any question here. Can you see my screen, the one I'm sharing?
Yes.
Okay, great. So yes, so on the screen actually just put like the workflow we have, and then we have few keywords here like my word. So it's just like an internal system for us to raise the request to the IT. So when we receive the email, we go on this system here, my road, and we type the information and send the request to IT. Do you have any question?
Any questions from anyone? I think we have a question here. Somebody has raised their hands. Please go
Yes.
ahead with your question.
You can unmute, yes. You can unmute yourself.
Tim, I think unmute is not available for participants, but can you please start? Yeah, can you please type your question in the chat or maybe in the Q&A, whichever option you prefer, and then Diallo will take it.
Hi, Anis. So as rightfully mentioned by Dr. Julia, please type your question in the chat window. Meanwhile, if anybody else has any questions, please go ahead and type it in the chat window so that Diallo can address to it.
Diallo, Anis' question is it compulsory for us to use Power Automate? Can we just utilize Power Apps and Power BI?
Yes, you can. You can use Power Apps and Power BI. So we are using Power Platform is the platform we have, and it includes, yes, Power Apps and Power BI. So sure. So I actually just mentioned Power Automate because of the the approval process. But if you can do it with Power Apps, it's also fine.
Perfect. So I don't think there are any further questions as of now. You may continue, please. And as we get more questions, we can, I think Anis has further questions.
Okay, so I just summarize the whole process, okay, one more time. The main idea here is to automate the approval process. That's one of the requirements we have. So we don't want to manually, go and, receive the email and send, message, attach the approval from HOD. You see here, the first step, we attach the approval. So if we can automate that part, I think it will be, I think it's one of the requirements we have is to automate this approval process here. And then second requirement is that we want to eliminate the manual process. So instead of receiving the email and going into SharePoint and manually type the information, we want the requester to go directly into SharePoint and request from there. So the person will have to enter the information, right? The request in SharePoint, and the message has to be automatically sent via email to the approver. That's one requirement. And then if also the part you see raise a new case in MyWord, yeah, this one, sorry, new case in MyWord. We also want to eliminate this by sending directly the request to the system. So if we can have an API call, or maybe we also have an email for this team, or send an email automatically to the team. It is also one of the requirements to eliminate this one. So we have two, is to approve directly, the first step. And second one is to send the request to the IT team also automatically. I think that's all for this use case.
Yes. So I think there is another question from the same participant. So the question is that, what is your main database platform? Will it be Excel or SharePoint list?
It will be a SharePoint list. Right now we are using Excel, but we would like to use SharePoint mainly. So it's SharePoint list.
All right. Thank you so much for answering that. Any more questions from anyone, or Diallo can then proceed further? I think we can proceed further. Thank you so much.
So this one concludes the whole process. So this is the use case. We are requesting, like, it's really automation of the approval process of license management. Yes.
Great. So I'm sure we'll be expecting a few more questions in the Discord channel, and as and when people watch this video later on, they will have further questions. So as and when the questions arrive, we'll be addressing them one by one.
Okay,
thank you so much for this wonderful session.
Thank you.
Unless you have anything more to say, we can call it a day for now.
I think we can wrap up. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks.